in the capital city of ABJ. Excited to be back on your radio today. And of course,
A friend of mine, and she told me, Omo, with the way the inflation and everything is moving, she didn't have savings at the end of last year. So try as much as you can that even if it's 100 naira you're bringing out every single day, right? You are keeping something for yourself to get yourself something, right? Something beautiful, a gift for yourself, really. Try as much as you can to always have something set aside for miscellaneous.
anyway, for those of you that are like, guess you will set something aside, no problem. And for those of you who are in my league, that I can't kill myself, league, no problem.
If you like, be answering Simeon, no.
Let's
Go
enjoy
carry you, they go where you know.
Let's
no.
enjoy ourselves. When rent is due, you cannot kill yourself. When school fees is due, you cannot kill yourself. Anyhow.
All right, business today, Voice of the People, 96.1 FM is the station you're tuned in to. And of course, when it's about past 9, it's time for business. Today, we're talking money. We'll be looking at the stock market. We'll be looking at the CBN, what the CBN has for us in terms of the business news. We'll also be checking out Naira, how the Naira is behaving. We'll check out the oil and gas sector as well. Brent crude prices have risen to $82 per barrel. So we'll be checking that out in just a moment. And we're also seeing Nigeria's pension industry gaining 3.36 trillion naira in 2023. It's the fastest growth on record. So we'll be checking that out in just a moment. Yes?
And also talking about some, important stories, still talking about business and getting grants. Senator, as actually a particular senator has empowered about 5,000 traders with grants in Ogun State. And of course, if you're in Ogun State, please confirm with us if you're part of those who got access to these grants, because we don't want it to be, story that touch. And also we're talking about, the minister that assured, of supply to Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline. And that's talking about the energy sector today. And also, we'll be talking about a particular bank that has now, strengthened their security feature. I'll be telling you more about that particular bank.
All right. Up next is Business Quote of the Day.
Here is our business quote for the day.
All right, we do this every single day to just inspire you, let you know that, whatever it is that you're going through in your business, whatever it could be, we're here for you. We are not necessarily here for you, really, because we know they follow you, they do your business. But as much as you are in your business within this particular economy, we're also here as well. Now, the business quote of the day is, don't worry about failure. You only have to be right once. Don't worry about failure. You only have to be right once. Now, this is according to Drew Houston. He is the co-founder and CEO of Dropbox. I'm sure you know Dropbox. If you're moving, stuff online, a huge, size, then you definitely know Dropbox. Now, if you're looking for small business quotes, take this snippet of advice from Dropbox's co-founder. You'll notice that entrepreneurs behind successful businesses don't put too much weight behind failure in their advice. Why? Well, it happens to everyone. Yes, you will definitely encounter one issue of failure or the other, so there's no use in dwelling it. All you have to do is focus on the things you can actually get right. My friend is always saying that, for every time you fail, that's an idea, that's something you can take off your list that oh, okay, I can't do it this way. You can, okay, let's remodify and see how we can get across that particular thing.
Amazing. So don't dwell on your failure, rather see your failure as a stepping stone on how to do business better. Basically, that's what we're telling you this morning right here on the business quote. And of course, away from the business quote, let's get to talk about some of the training business stories right now in the country. And talking about business stories, let's talk about the monetary policy for a bit. And aside monetary policy, let's talk about the institution that deals with finances in the country, and that is the Central Bank of Nigeria. And this one, I don't know how I feel about this particular development, but still, it has happened. About 1,500 redeployed CBN staff have actually resumed, at the Lagos office. So that is one of the stories we have for you this morning. And remember, it was news some time ago that CBN was going to relocate some of its key departments to Lagos. And according to reports, at least 1,500 members of staff of the CBN, will on Friday, resume at its Lagos office following their redeployment from the headquarters. And the source, at the Apex Bank told the, newsmen exclusively that the plan, though heavily criticized, was still in motion and affected staffers will be resuming on Friday. So CBN said the action was necessitated by several factors, including the need to align, the bank structure with its function and objectives and redistribute skills to ensure a more even geographical spread of talent. So this is why the CBN has done this, and they are resuming this Friday.
The only silver lining I see in this story is that 1,500 people will be out of Abuja. That's it. Traffic has reduced drastically. That's the only silver lining that I can get.
You also need to
this
think
point.
about the business implication for this. This is some kind of decongesting, not just the CBN, as well. It also has to do with the FCT. Yes, we know that the influx of people into the capital city is really much lately since President Bola Tinubu became the president. People are coming in from Lagos. They call them Lagos. They say Lagos boys are coming into Abuja. I understand that, but you need to look at the impact of people leaving a particular city. The business impact. This monies will definitely go because the purchasing power of those people within the capital city would now be moved to Lagos, and this will make Lagos thrive better as well. So when you look at the business aspect of this, you get to ask yourself, is it cool? Should they have still allowed this staffers stay in Abuja rather than moving them to Lagos? Remember, CBN is not the only institution moving to Lagos. I think FAN is also moving as well. So when FAN is moving, some department, their staffers will also move as well. So it will also have its own business implication on the FCT as well.
At this point in time, CBN is yet, in fact, the president, because he's authorized some of these movements, right? So some of these organizations, the MDAs, the CBN, FAN, they have to come and explain to us why it is necessary, what the advantages are based on, okay, look at it. So you move these individuals all the way to Lagos. Lagos already has a thriving economy. Lagos is already congested. So what exactly is the actual benefit? Because if you kept these people here and they've been functioning effectively, is it that they're going to be much more effective? Would they get more monies there in Lagos? What exactly is the goal? Because Simeon, is one thing to say, oh, theoretically this would bring this would bring that. It's different from saying that, what, we've looked at Lagos and we see that Lagos is this, Lagos is that, Lagos is this, and this can actually help our business, right? It's different when you have highlighted every single benefit for shifting these departments to Lagos State. Otherwise, what is the motive?
Anyway, the motive is that they want to have even spread of their talents. Not everyone domiciled and based here in the FCT. They can also do way better in Lagos. Maybe that is what they're telling us right now.
That's it. That's what I'm trying to understand. It's like you saying that, you're trying to have an even distribution of talents. What does that mean? To the layman, what does that mean? You're having an even distribution of talents. In ABJ, were they not evenly distributed?
Maybe it seems like, a lot of people are being kind of, what word should I use in describing them? Redundant here in the FCT, and to put, why they are being paid to use or to justify why they are being paid, let them go to Lagos and also do better, basically. So the CBN knows why they decided to do that. And aside the fact that, the source that told, the Punch, they said even facility managers of the CBN building here in the Abuja have been crying that, please, this building is not for this amount of people, decongested. So possibly that could also be a part of it, so we don't have a building collapse.
All right. Well, that seems a lot more logical than telling me, oh, you want to have an even distribution of talents. Okay, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to a layman, is what I mean. But hey, let's check out this headline here. Still on CBN, they release a $500 million to clear verified forex backlog. CBN releases $500 million to clear verified forex backlog. Now, the CBN says it has released $500 million to various sectors in its determination to address the backlog of verified foreign exchange transactions. Its acting director, Corporate Communications Department, Mrs. Hakama Sidi Ali, disclosed this in a statement on Monday in Abuja. Now, according to Sidi Ali, this comes barely a week after the Apex Bank paid approximately $2 billion to settle outstanding commitments across various sectors. She said that the management of the CBN was committed to settling all legitimate foreign exchange backlogs within a short time frame. She said the CBN had begun implementing a comprehensive strategy to improve liquidity in the Nigerian foreign exchange market in the short, medium, and long term. As the governor said, the CBN's focus is on addressing fundamental issues that have hindered the effective operation of the Nigerian FX market over the years, she said. Now, meanwhile, Sidi Ali said that the forex market reforms were designed to streamline and unify multiple exchange rates, foster transparency, and reduce arbitrage opportunities. Now, she expressed confidence that a stable exchange rate would boost investor confidence and attract foreign investment. Speaking further, she urged all participants in the market to buy and play by the rules, adding that transparency in the market would enable the fair determination of exchange rates. Well, this isn't the first time CBN has tried clearing the backlogs. When Cardoso, the CBN governor, came into power, he started the clearing of backlogs of foreign exchange, and that sort of when that happened, we saw a reduction in the porosity of the naira. We saw the naira getting stronger at that time, but now we're seeing something else playing out in the foreign exchange markets. Now we're seeing them still pay $500 million worth of backlogs to foreign exchange transactions, and let's just watch and see how that would affect the economy moving forward.
You know, the truth is, a lot of companies actually had their monies stuck here in Nigeria. A lot of companies, because usually some of those funds are meant to be repatriated to them. But so many companies had their money stuck here in Nigeria, and that's why the CBN had to, quickly make this particular move. Hence, some of this company would have stopped operating in Nigeria. I don't know if you remember, I think even there were reports some time ago that as at 2022, some foreign airlines have actually struggled to repatriate their funds, and that's because of inadequate forex and all of that. It's a good one because probably now with the clearing of this backlog of forex, we'll get to see some of these airlines that have stopped this operation in Nigeria come back. The likes of, I think Emirates Airline. I remember it was in 2022 they stopped operation in Nigeria. And some Nigerians were speculating that it's because of Nigerians' bad attitude, outside the shores of the country. That was why they decided to do this. But most people didn't even know the undertone of what really happened. Why, Emirates Airlines stopped coming into Nigeria. This is because their monies were stuck here. How would their monies be stuck and they will still be operating? So they had to stop. And it's a good one from the CBN, and thumbs up to the CBN governor for turning out this amount of money so we can get to see the ease of doing business with Nigeria. And when we see people doing more business with Nigeria, we get to get more funds. We get to internally generate more money for the country, because this has always been a problem for us as a country. And away from CBN, quickly, let's still talk about the Naira before we move on to other stories, as the Naira has now fallen to an all-time low on the official window, and now it's trading for about 1,348 Naira to a dollar. The Naira actually fell to an all-time low, of 1,348 Naira 63 kobo to a dollar on the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market on Monday. And basically this signifies about 51.21% fall from the 891 naira 90 come up to $1. The national currency closed last Friday at the official market, according to data from the FMDQ Securities Exchange. And of course, we know that Monday's official rate is the worst official exchange rate the country has recorded since the Central Bank of Nigeria, floated the national currency in June of last year, 2023. And the naira had actually closed above the 1,000 naira to $1 mark on the official window. And on December 8th, the naira fell to an all-time low of about 1,099 naira. And then December 28th, it closed at about 1,043. And then it worsened on the 5th of January, where we saw it got to about 1,089. But as at Monday, which was yesterday, it fell to an all-time low. We just hope that this will not be the all-time low we are talking about. This will be the last all-time low, because over the weeks and months we've been talking about naira falling to an all-time low. Imagine dropping to 1,348 naira from what it traded on Friday at about 891 naira to $1. So it's really a challenge for the country, and some are questioning the essence of floating the naira, the currency, in the first place. Is this really helping us, or is this actually impoverishing Nigeria the more? So these are some questions the CBN needs to answer, and there's some policies that they need to put in place to see the naira jerk up to an extent with the dollar.
Well, if you're looking at the foreign exchange market, you know that there's the official FX market, and then there's the black market. So the floating of the naira sort of saw naira moving at 800 and something on the official FX market, while the black market guys were already on 1,200. If you're looking at it, if you go to CBN, you see rates of 890 something naira in the official CBN, the forex market officially, right? Then if you go to the black market, you're seeing the black market guys selling at 1,200, 1,300. So now we're seeing the official FX market catching up to the black market rates. Because the difference in what the naira was representing in the FX market and the black market, it was a lot. Imagine having 891 naira to $1 on the foreign exchange market, and having 1,250 naira in the black market. If you look at that, the difference is a lot. Now we're seeing the foreign exchange market sort of coming up to what the black market is, and at this point in time, we just have to tell ourselves the truth. This floating of the naira, who is it helping? Who is it helping? Because we are spending so much. We are because our economy is such that it is heavy on importation, heavy on getting stuff coming into the country, heavy on spending the dollar, heavy, very, very heavy on that. So who then is this unification of floating of the naira? Who is it helping? Who is it helping at this point in time? Because this level of confusion within the CBN, the foreign exchange market, even businesses, right? There's no consistency. I went to buy some stuff from the market yesterday, and the lady was just parrying. She was like, you know what? I can't tell you that these prices are going to remain the same if you come here tomorrow. They will be different. And now we're seeing something very, very different. We're seeing at the black market this morning, the naira is moving at 1,400 and something naira. 1,400 and something naira to $1. That's a lot. That's a lot. So who then is this floating of the naira really, really helping? If the president is saying, you know what, eight months is too short a time to judge just how my government is doing, when will be enough? When will be enough? Because 4 years down the line, we'll still be singing these same old tunes.
Very true. Anyway, let's move into other stories and talk about Dangote Cement market cap rising to about 13 trillion naira, and now it has even doubled that of Boa Cement. And according to this report, it actually says Dangote Cement, Nigeria's most prominent cement producer, has achieved a remarkable market valuation of 13 trillion naira. and significantly outpacing its closest competitor, that's the BUA Cement PLC, whose market value is less than half of Dangote's. The BUA Cement has also experienced a surge in market valuation as investors continue to value the company at a significant high multiples to its earnings. And this substantial lead in market capitalization not only underscores Dangote Cement's dominance over, the BUA Cement based on market cap, but also highlights its considerable size advantage compared to the third largest cement producer in the country, Lafarge Africa. BUA Cement is also about 10 times the size of Lafarge Africa in terms of market capitalization. And looking at the disparity in market size is striking, with Dangote Cement being 14 times larger than Lafarge Africa. And this difference vividly illustrates the immense growth in market valuation that Dangote Cement, Nigeria's leading cement maker, has experienced so far. So it's a great one for it. It seems like it has been an all-time, great move for Dangote Cement. Remember, it was just last week that Femi Otedola gave reasons as to why he bought some shares from Dangote Cement, raising the capital evaluation of Dangote Cement to what it is at this moment, now being valued having a market valuation of about 13 trillion naira. So looking at this, it seems it's an all-time high for cement producers in the country, talking about Dangote, the BUA groups and the rest. So well done job and congratulations to Dangote for this amazing rise in its valuation, which has even doubled other competitors in the market. So this has solidified Dangote's place as one of the biggest. It is the biggest cement production company in Africa at the moment.
Well, congratulations to him. We're still looking at the oil and energy sector. We have the Brent crude oil price rises to $82 per barrel. Now, Brent crude oil price rises to $82 per barrel. Now, the Brent crude price rose by 0.3% to $82 per barrel on Tuesday, January 30th, 2024. A Nairametrics review of global crude oil prices as of 2 a.m. GMT plus 1 revealed that Brent was trading at $82.65 per barrel. In addition, the benchmark price for U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures also shows a rise of 0.4% to 77.09 a barrel. Although the contracts faced a substantial drop of over $1 on Monday, driven by escalating worries about Chinese demand in the face of an intensifying real estate crisis, the situation was exacerbated by an Hong Kong court's directive to liquidate the prominent China Evergrande Group. Meanwhile, analysts noted that the market is tense due to increasing concerns about oil supply, with Washington pledging to take all necessary actions in response to a deadly drone attack in Jordan by Iran-backed militants. This incident marks the first U.S. military casualties since the start of the Israel and Gaza war. Last week, Nairametrics reported that U.S. initiated fresh strikes against Iran-aligned Houthi rebels in Yemen on Friday, responding to a Houthi assault on a Greek vessel in the Red Sea. However, Sunday's attack by Iran-backed militants killed 3 U.S. troops in Jordan, while Qatar said it hoped U.S. retaliation would not damage regional security or undercut progress toward a new Gaza hostage release deal. Now, you also have to see that when it comes to war, when it comes to fighting, Iran and oil rather, Iran is one of the leading countries when it comes to oil producing countries in the world. You also have Russia as well, having their own bouts of security issues and wars and all that. So when it comes to fighting and oil, it sort of puts a lot of businesses in an unsure situation. We're seeing a rise in the price per barrel. Before it was $77.09 a barrel. Now it is 82 naira per barrel. This is as at Tuesday, January 30th, 2024, and it's possible that we might see further increase, because once we're seeing that there's
a drop actually in the price. Basically, that is what a lot of people are anticipating at the moment.
A drop in the price.
Yes.
But what if that doesn't happen?
Anyway, the truth is, the more we see the increment, the more we see the increment in the price of Brent crude, the good for oil producing, the best for oil producing countries, because the higher you sell, the more your profit. But it is only in the case of Nigeria that we really do not even know if Brent crude, the price of Brent crude increases. If it's even good for us, or if we are even still in the same boat, because at this moment, even if Brent crude is being sold at about $112 dollar to a barrel, Nigerians will still ask, where is the money? We are not seeing it in the economy. It's not showing off. So at this point, it doesn't even matter to us. But the problem for me is, especially seeing the price of Brent crude drop, is the fact that it will actually affect the budget of the country. That is only the effect Nigerians will see. But aside that, the increments, it is not like we are going to see anything tangible at the end of the day.
Ours is a very peculiar case, because we are exporting and then refining and then importing once again. Now, because of that movement, export it, refine, and then import it. If we were refining ours within Nigeria, having the Brent crude prices rising would be of huge benefit to us. If we were solely exporting to other countries, as in you guys are buying from us, if that was the case, then we would be enjoying profits, we'd be swimming in money. But unfortunately, because of that movement, exporting, refining, and then importing, it's making a really a difficult situation for us at the moment. Yeah.
And away from that, quickly, let's talk about the aviation sector. And this one might not be great news, especially for travelers, or those who want to travel across the length and breadth of the country, even outside the country. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority has actually said there might be imminent cancellations of flights. And this is because of a 3-day hazy weather that is expected by the Nigerian Civil Authority, Aviation Authority. The NCAA, that's the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, has advised pilots and airline operators to exercise caution over a 3-day haze from Monday, which was yesterday, and it will actually terminate tomorrow, Wednesday, across the country. This warning was contained in a statement by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, alerting the public on the possibility of deterioration in visibility as a result of observed dust haze propagated into the country. And the reports actually said that flight operations are often impaired during hazy weather, resulting in cancellations and even delay of flights. And of course, it was learned that the flight disruptions will affect most parts of the north for the 3-day forecast, resulting in cancellations and possibly delays. And a similar situation was experienced last week, with airlines adjusting flights while some even cancelled. For instance, we saw Air Peace cancel on its Anambra flight over the weather issue. And this is why the NCAA is now calling for the understanding of passengers when such delays or possibly cancellations occur. And they've actually said that the dust haze with horizontal visibility range from 2 km to 5 km over the north is what is predicted at the moment, and this might be a challenge for pilots going further. So if you're planning to travel across the country from one state to the other, and you experience any form of delay or any form of cancellation, please don't be upset with the airline service providers, or don't be upset with the pilots. Don't be upset with the attendants you see right there in front of the counter. It's not their fault. The hazy weather is why they're canceling, because I trust Nigerians. You hear cancellation, you don't even want to hear it at all. You get really upset. Some even go as far as destroying the properties of these airlines. Please, let's be careful. That's why we had to put this information out there. So in case of cancellation or delay, just know this is why you're experiencing that. It's for your own safety.
All right, we're moving on to the pension industry. Nigeria's pension industry gains 3.36 trillion naira in 2023, and it's the fastest growth on record. The Nigeria's total pension asset gained a remarkable 3.36 trillion naira in 2023, closing the year at a record high of 18.36 trillion naira from 14.99 trillion naira recorded as of the previous year. Now, this represents a year-on-year increase of 22.43%, which is the fastest growth on record. Now, this is according to the unaudited report of pension fund portfolio as released by the National Pension Commission (PENCOM). Also, the total number of RSA registrations hit 10.19 million as of the end of December 2023, reflecting a 3.3 increase from 9.86 million recorded as of the end of 2024. Now, a breakdown of the portfolio showed that investments in federal government securities accounted for 64.9% of the total assets, which is in line with PENCOM regulation to invest most of the contributions in fixed, less risky assets like the federal government of Nigeria's bonds. You have the treasury bills and all that. Additionally, corporate debt securities, which is about 1.9 trillion naira, accounted for 10% of the assets, while investments in the Nigerian equities market, 1.57 trillion naira, contributed to 8.6% to the total. Now, you also have to look at the fact that the pension industry has recorded significant strides in recent years, as represented in its growing penetration rate. Now, in the last 5 years, the industry asset value has more than doubled. Following, there's been a lot of reforms that shaped and is still shaping the pension industry growth. You're looking at the policy of the increment of the minimum regulatory capital requirements for PFAs from 1 billion naira to 5 billion naira. This triggered a series of mergers and acquisitions in the industry, which is very, very profitable for the pension industry as well. Now, a move which was aimed at fortifying the financial capacity of the pension administrators. Now, recall that before the recapitalization in 2021, there were 22 PFAs. However, following the implementation, the number of players reduced to about 19, with more anticipated mergers in 2024. Now, you're looking at the Access Pensions, Norumbeja Pensions, GT Pensions, Tangerine, amongst others. They've also helped to drive increased growth in the industry through market efficiency and profitability. Now, looking at this, what you should know from this is, according to Nairametrics, now a total of 101,820 retirement savings account RSA holders switched their pension fund administrators, that's the PFAs, in 2023, requesting an increase of 10.2% compared to the 92,413 transfers that were recorded in the previous years. Now, this transfer is in line with Section 13 of the Pension Reform Act 2024, which specifies that an RSA holder may transfer his or her account from one PFA to another. Now, this mergers, this transfers from here and there of the RSAs now helps to boost the industry, that boosts growth in the pension industry. I think that's about it for us today.
Yes, of course, we'll make a return tomorrow at 9 o'clock with Business Today, bringing you all the juicy stories around business and all you need to know about, the capital market, the stock market, the aviation sector, and even the economy of our country, Nigeria, as well as the global market as well.
All right, thank you so much for listening to Business Around Town. Up next is a song, but we'll be